Hey friends, welcome back. We're gonna do a beginner workout today. To start, because this is carpal tunnel and wrist pain, I urge you to revisit some of the kit that I talked about in other videos, which I will post a link to in the description here, that would actually work the different grip muscles. What we're gonna focus on in the span of this video, especially, is a lot of the shoulder connection that you would need to help take some of the pressure out of the wrists. I find that a lot of people, the underpinning of a lot of this is actually really just shoulder weakness. So to start, we're gonna get into the rotator cuff. So arm is at 90 degrees. I don't have a weight, but you could use a light weight. I'm gonna drop down and come up. And notice that I'm not rolling forward with my shoulder. I'm keeping my actual shoulder blade stable, and it's just the upper arm bone that's doing this rotation. So I'll do one more. We'll say that's 5. I'll show you from the back side. I actually put my hand in front to sort of monitor to make sure that I am not rolling forward in my shoulder. It may be helpful to revisit from the anterior kinetic chain some of the pec stretches before you do this one. Okay, then we're going to take that right into hip abduction, so just doing 5 side leg lifts. You want to make sure that the front of the hip stays open. And then other side. You could also do this laying on the floor. You could add ankle weights. And then we're going to bring kind of that rotator cuff connection into the lats. So I'm doing a breaststroke motion. I've got a good bend in my knees. I'm going to try to flatten my back. And I'm rotating my arms inward and then rotating outwards as they go forward. Keeping my pinky in line with my forearm and my wrists. I'm going to do 3 more. And really what you're trying to target here is that connection between the triceps, so the back of your arms, into your rib muscles and your mid-back muscles. Last one. Our next exercises are going to involve this TheraLoop. I'll post a link, but this particular one, when I looked this morning, is out of stock, but you want a lighter loop here because these are the shoulders, it's not the legs. So first we're just going to play with straight elbows, and you're pressing your shoulders open. So I'll kind of go back here. You can also, if you want to, add in rotation of the palms with that, and that'll help with opening the chest. We'll do another set with the arms behind, again, straight elbows. With any of these, you could add weights. What I love about this is that bicep curls next, so here I am going to pivot palms up, palms down. It forces the shoulders to recruit a lot of muscular stabilizers in the shoulders that a lot of people are weak in. So it's just a great amendment to any home workout routine, or really gym routine. And then we're gonna punch towards the ceiling. Ideally, my wrists are wider than my elbows for this. And this one, it only takes a few. Okay, then we're gonna lower lift the arms, focusing on the front of the shoulders. Here too, I can do different palm positions. Okay, we're gonna add in a wide stance next. I'm gonna give my arms a little bit of a break, and I'm just gonna do a side delt raise. Now as I do that, Depending upon whether or not I want to work the fascial connection of the inner thigh versus the outer thigh, I could put another band around my thighs if I want to work the outer. I could not do that, but then focus on the squeezing in of my thighs to work the inner. So I'm going to choose to do the inner. Again, here I could add weights. Okay, then I'm going to put this back on my wrist. I'm still going to continue my lower body squeeze, and I'm going to twist to each side. Trying to keep my hips pointing forward. I always say it's the nipples that move. Last couple of things, and these movements are compound movements that will challenge more coordination and balance. So if that is not your forte, you're just going to split it up into 2 different movements, and I'll also give you some other options. First bit, you're doing a chest fly, but really kind of focus on the slow control on the way out. If you want to bring in some of the more energetic or emotional components that we talked about in the last video, you can kind of think of it as your heart expanding through your hands, through your palms, and your throat opening. And then we'll add in a calf raise, and then a lower. So again, if that's too much, separate the movements. You could also do the same movement with your arms on a foam roller. You'll still get balance, and you'll still get a bit of that stretch through the front of the chest. Then we'll look at a side plank. You could obviously do this on the floor. You could do it on an elbow on a wall. I'm gonna do it, actually, yeah, a little bit lower. And then you're just playing with getting everything aligned in a straight line. If that's challenging enough, cool. We're gonna add in arm and leg raise too. In an ideal world, you're feeling some amount of core engagement as you do this. Thanks for watching. If you found some of the shoulder mechanics that we did in this episode, or even during this entire series, a bit more challenging, the next series that I'm going to cover is frozen shoulder. So we'll get a lot more into the mechanics of the shoulders and how it relates to the wrists, which can be another really beneficial thing for carpal tunnel. So again, please subscribe and share. Thanks.